My name is Austin.
And I'm Sean.
And this is the Open Sesame Podcast. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Boom.
Sweet. Well done.
Cool. Nailed it. That was our first attempt, first try. This is our first episode.
This is our first episode. Actually, we got about 30 seconds into our actual first episode, and I wasn't recording. So we had to restart.
So there's that.
We have no schedule. We don't know what to do. The audio might sound like crap, but we're going to roll with it and see how it goes. So yeah, Open Sesame Podcast Episode 1. I'm Austin.
I'm Sean.
Yeah.
We're cousins.
We're cousins. I'm a veteran. I was in the military for 6 years. I was a sniper. And Sean, why don't you give us a little bit about your history and background?
Fair enough. So I've dabbled in a ton of things, not necessarily by choice, just kind of how it's had to be. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. There's not a lot of jobs out there. I went to school. My cousin's in school right now, so that's great. We're both going to be educated. I have a master's degree. Didn't help me a lot. Did get me out of Tucson. So we're based in Arizona, like the Phoenix metropolitan area. Both he and I. He came here after he left the military. I moved up here after grad school.
And now we're chilling.
Yeah, we're enjoying life.
But what about police academy?
So I've been a prison guard. Not the highlight of my life by any means. I've also been a police officer. Things didn't work out. That being said, I was #1 recruit in the academy. We're big into fitness. You can tell just by his arms alone. My cousin's a monster.
I'm not that big right now. Okay.
Not right now.
We're going to get bigger, though. Okay?
Neither am I. So I've done that. So between he and I, we like guns. We've done a lot of manly things. Kind of all over the place.
Yeah, that is all over the place.
It's pretty much, we're here. We're alive.
But we're goofy dudes, all right?
Yeah,
so don't be hard. Don't come around me acting hard, okay? Because I'll be soft, and you'll be thrown off. Okay?
Every time.
So anyway. I get soft around other dudes. Okay, I don't get hard. So if you come to me, I'm a dude. If you're a dude, you come to me acting hard, you're gay. Okay, I'm gonna stay soft. Okay, let's get that out of the way first.
So anyway, we thought about this podcast. So we went with Open Sesame. Austin kind of mentioned it randomly. Just we were talking, like, what should we call this thing?
Yeah.
He said Open Sesame, just kind of tongue in cheek. And we stuck with it. We feel like Open Sesame, you kind of open it up and you never know what the hell you're going to get. This is what you get.
And it's the secret password too. So if you're coming out, say the password.
Yeah. And then you'll get access to this.
Absolutely.
In all its glory.
And my cat is going nuts.
He's a
Maybe
special
he'll
guest
calm
of
down
honor.
eventually.
Yeah.
Okay? Maybe you'll see him one of these times. All right, when he is less rowdy and more lovey.
Maybe that'll be like a paid access type of thing. We don't know. We don't know where we're going.
Yeah, that's a subs only deal. You get the cat cam. You get the pussy cam when you sub. Okay, when you don't sub, you don't get the pussy
the cat cam. So we figured maybe we just riff on some things that we see in everyday life.
Yeah, and the first thing we were talking about that we thought would be better on the podcast is gluten-free.
Yeah. So Austin,
so I went to Europe, and my father's gluten-free, my sister's gluten-free. They have celiacs, right? So, if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much like an inverse reaction to eating gluten, right? It's
true.
You get all bloated.
So
and
wild cat.
He's up here in his tree. You get all bloated, and you get digestive issues, and it just makes you feel lethargic and horrible. So I was spending time with my dad. He doesn't eat any gluten, right? So when I was eating with him, I wasn't intaking any gluten, and I usually do. I eat bread. I like burgers. I like, cereals and all sorts of stuff. So I wasn't eating gluten over there, and I actually felt more energetic.
Okay.
So I was waking up feeling refreshed, and all throughout the day, I was actually feeling energetic through my workouts, after the workout, whereas usually when I'm home, I feel like around noon and also maybe 5, I get these downs.
Okay.
Where I'm lethargic and I don't want to do anything. I'm tired, and I'm it's not that time of the day yet. Why am I feeling like this?
It's true.
So I've continued it here, but I don't know if it's placebo or if it's working or what. Because the other day I did have, not the other day, on the 22nd of last month. So a little more than a week ago,
Mm-hmm.
I did have a hot dog and a double cheeseburger.
So
I did have a hot dog and a double cheese.
The truth comes out.
And I didn't feel anything.
Okay.
It was like nothing ever happened.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it's a thing or not.
We're kind of all over the place with diets as well. Both he and I will try a lot of different things, especially when you're like
tons.
Yeah, when you're really low body fat, any little bit of bloating is a pain in the ass. So,
I feel like I don't get bloated.
He's like a Greek god.
I don't get bloated. My thing is, I gain and lose muscle and fat super fast.
This is true.
So if I don't lift for a week, I'm dropping like 5 pounds, and then like 15 on my lifts.
Well, I remember seeing him when I was in the police academy. I had a picture of my cousin up. They call it a hog board. It's kind of for your loved ones. So people that had children, they'd post a picture of their kid, maybe their wife. I was single, living the dream. He was kind of everywhere, on deployment, not on deployment, just doing what he had to do. And I had a picture of him up on the board, and he was kind of flexed like that, holding like a muscle protein shake. And when he'd go on deployment, we talked through WhatsApp or whatever the heck we're using.
Yeah, WhatsApp.
And he was just like a monster within months, just quick, just.
I was yoked, man. It took me like 2 or 3 months to be like humongous.
Yeah,
and that's full natural. But I was eating like 30 eggs a day, and meals every 2 hours.
And he's, what are you, 5'11" or 6 feet?
5'11".
Okay.
Which means I'm 6 foot. No. I'm
5'11" and a half.
I like the 5 foot crowd, man. The 6 foot crowd, man.
You know.
Y'all are some, you know. So,
according to Chris DeLay, if you're 5'11" and a half, you're really like 5'8". But Austin's actually legit 5'11". And he was weighing about 210. So he was.
Yeah, I was a big boy, man.
He's pretty big.
I was beefy, and my legs were light though. You know, I got like, don't pull on that, please.
No.
You rowdy little. You want to come over here?
There we go.
Or do you want to be rowdy?
I'm
about to lock you out.
Cat's doing cat things still.
He's pulling on that blanket, dude, on that soundboard. Yeah, I was big, dude, and I was strong. I was super, super strong. It didn't take me that long.
No. What were you doing? 5x5s?
I was doing 10x10.
German volume training, they call that. That stuff's.
Yeah, I was doing 10x10 on the primary lift, and then I do 5x10s on the other, like the subsequent lifts.
Okay.
So, like for chest day, I do incline 10x10, and then flat 5x10, and then flies 5x10, then dips 5x10, and then I do a burnout of incline on like a different machine, like one of those push machines, not the barbell or the dumbbell, and I do like 100 reps of that.
It's a lot.
Sir, do you want to be on the podcast?
Yeah, you want to come up here? All
okay,
right,
so
he's gone. And he's gone.
And he's out of here.
Goodbye. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that stuff really works.
It does. I noticed, well, how long does it take you to do, so say you're doing, okay, I'll give you an example. When I go to the gym, if I go to the gym on like a Sunday and it's dead and there's nobody in there, I will try to do 10x10s on squats, and it'll take me probably 45 minutes.
Okay, so now it'll take me like, so now it'll take me like, I want to say 25 to 40 minutes.
Okay, for 10x10.
I don't know how much I'm going to be struggling in there. For 10x10 legs. But I used to do 10. Okay, back to the thing. All right,
that being said, all right.
Focus. So to do that, yeah, about that much time. Okay, but when I was jacked, it took me no time at all, dude. I'd do 10x10 in like 15 minutes.
Jesus.
Like no BS, dude. But I just can't keep up with my younger self.
No.
So I'm gonna need to take about 2 cups of steroids a day to catch back up.
I'm down.
The German volume training is intense, and it is time. It's a time sucker, bro.
It is.
I'd be in the gym for like 2.5 hours, and now I'm like an hour. But see, here's the thing: the biggest guy I've seen,
right,
said keep your workouts 1 hour 15 max, and on legs stop at 5x10. Don't do 10x10. And like he has all these other tips that I never implemented. But dude, that dude is the Hulk, man.
He's a monster.
Yeah, and he's natural Hulk. So, like, obviously, he's got to have good genes. Buddy! Yeah, see ya. So, I mean, he obviously has good genes, but... Hold on 1 second.
1 sec. I'm going to riff
I'm going to go ahead and close this door.
So the cat wants to keep coming in and out. I mean, pretty much the cat owns the apartment. Let's call it what it is.
He's just rowdy right now, dude.
He's super
I didn't
rowdy.
play with him this morning. It's my fault, dude.
Sue Rao.
It's 100% my fault.
Welcome back.
But he's going to be locked out now.
So there's that. Oh, yes. Anyway, so, yeah, Austin and I, you can tell my shirt's an Alpha Elite Gym. I'm wearing a gym shirt. I travel to Houston, Texas once in a while for work, and I like to go to Alpha Elite Gym, owned by Christian Guzman, who's pretty well known on Instagram and YouTube. Seems like a cool dude. Never met him. I did bench press next to Max Tuning last time I was there.
Who's that?
Max is Christian's, like one of his best friends, I guess you could say, at least by social media standards. Max Tuning is a bit of a power lifter. Probably 5'10", 5'11", probably $165, maybe 170.
You can really hear that keyboard, huh?
Oh, yeah, you can hear that keyboard. We're doing that.
Is it Tuning?
Research. Yeah, that's Max Tuning.
Yeah, let me see.
So Austin's checking him out. So Max Tuning, very strong
like a
guy.
light dude.
He is light. His deadlifts are amazing though. But I'm actually gonna post a photo of him and I next to each other benching, me benching, him loading plates, and he was cool though. I went up. He was using the bench. I saw him. He got up from the bench and I walked over to him. I was like, "Hey man, can I use that bench?" And he's kind of sort of famous online, so he could have been kind of a jerk about it and be like, "Nah, man, I'm keeping the bench." Wasn't super cool. Moved over to another bench. Was doing heavier lifts than I was. So, I was like, "Well, thanks, man. I'm just a little dude."
So he's a chill dude.
Yeah, he's super chill. So I'm posting that on my Instagram coming up.
Everyone should be chiller.
They should be,
especially in the gym.
Oh,
everyone's in there for the same reason.
Yep.
Just chill, dude.
Yeah, you don't need a tough guy face. It's not going to make you stronger.
You don't need to walk around like you're hard.
Yeah.
Stay soft.
And if your lats are small like mine, they don't need to. You don't need to puff them out.
Yeah, you don't need ILS.
ILS, imaginary lat syndrome. Yeah.
Or inflatable lat syndrome.
Ooh, I like that.
But dude, you're in there with a bunch of other dudes.
Yeah.
So stay soft, man.
Yeah.
If you start getting hard,
you're gonna go soft on it.
If you start getting hard, we got issues. Other than let's have a little bounce here.
Okay.
Well, wait, so what we were talking about, so what did we cover? We covered some basic lifting stuff.
Yeah.
Our backgrounds.
Very basic.
Some gluten stuff.
Mm-hmm. Diet. So we're always messing with diet
stuff.
I've messed around with keto a bit, which I find does help me. I don't think it's good in the long term, though. I feel like it's good.
I've heard some good things about keto.
Yeah, it's good. I feel like when I don't have the carbs, I'm not bloating up as much because your body's not holding on to that water. So I feel like that helps. But you and I are naturally pretty low body fat. So I feel like it's better if you're 100 pounds overweight and you're trying to drop weight. But for like he and I, we stay relatively shredded year round. So
I mean, even when I'm bulking, I see definition.
Yeah, he still has abs at all times. So I did experiment with that. But yeah, so he's trying gluten right now. We're kind of just sort of all over the place.
I just want to feel like aggressive all day, dude. Yeah. I want to feel like I can just chase something down all day.
Yeah.
And I can just go and be gone.
He's like an alpha.
Or move on something. Just
You could. He's been like this.
That was me stealing a backpack.
I like it.
Takes
right. I like that. I'll see more of that later. So Austin and I were talking about just some things we might want to cover. I believe he has a list.
I mean, I just wrote stuff down on my phone because I don't know what to do, where to go. I don't want to write something down.
Right.
So I feel like we just kind of have to just shoot from the hip, kind of thing.
We are. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. This is really cool, by the way. This Mike is wearing a sock beanie.
Yeah. Gray and blue. Multiple shades of blue. Not 50 shades, but multiple shades.
Multiple shades of blue. So, okay. Here's the thing. When you're sitting somewhere, auditorium, maybe you're listening to a lecture, you're in the library of all places, and you hear someone's hydro flask fall. Now that's not quiet.
No.
Okay.
It's not.
It's kong patink-cank-pakonk. At least.
That's
right?
the actual sound effect.
Kong patink-cank-pakonk. Hold on. It goes.
Retake that one.
Okay, well, let's not do this anymore. But at the end, it's at the end, no matter what you do, it goes. And I don't know why, but it does.
It's the rattle.
Now, how much of How much of a pretentious fuckhead do you have to be to advertise your Hydro Flask like that?
That's true, yeah.
Oh, hey! You're saving the fucking earth all by yourself with that Hydro Flask. Thanks for dropping it, telling everybody how great you are. Because they're dropping it on purpose. Yeah, everyone that's ever dropped a Hydro Flask has done it on purpose, and it's because you're pretentious, and I don't like that.
All right, what about, so to riff on that a bit, what type of stickers do you normally see in the Hydro Flasks? Because you got to have stickers.
It's usually the stickers that belong to a granola eating type of person.
It's true. Northern California.
You eat granola.
Northern California.
If you're sipping out of now, I do have Hydro Flasks. They're stickerless. They're naked Hydro Flasks. Oh. I never drop them on purpose, and I also don't use them. So don't even think about it. Yeah. Don't come at me like this. That's not going to happen.
Some internet gangsters trolling her.
Okay? Because I see you're these turning into these. Okay? A little bit of drizzy for you.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, but yeah. Pretentious Hydro Flask users could actually be one of the most annoying and triggering things.
That's a pet
It's
peeve.
very annoying.
That is a pet peeve.
And those things are loud. And after they drop them, they look around like this. My bad, bro.
It was me. It was me.
I own the earth-saving bottle.
I'm him.
So, I'm sorry.
I'm that guy.
But they're not sorry.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Something I noticed, I was telling Austin briefly before this. I was in Wal-Mart the other day. So, we're in Arizona. There's a lot of cowboys, a lot of white folk.
There are some... It is... Arizona's not that far west. Well, I mean, it touches Cali.
Right, there's that.
But, I mean, this is like the Wild West out here.
It is.
Like, it was.
At one point.
So
Tombstone, Doc Holliday, things of that nature. But I saw a guy, and as you always do in Walmart in Arizona, whether you're in Tucson, Arizona, which is like the second largest metropolitan area here. Like I said, we're in Phoenix, which is the biggest one. Phoenix itself is pretty big. It's
huge, man.
Yeah. We're always in the top 10 of largest cities in America, population-wise. Anyway, so I was in there looking for like a shoulder. They make these shoulder straps that you can kind of strap around your back and it pops your chest out, helps your form. I was looking for some. They had them online. They don't have them in store.
Typical. Classic.
Yeah. Walmart, come on, man. Amazon, we like you.
Amazon's the best.
Amazon is.
It really is.
Timely, efficient manner. So I'm in there, and I was hoping maybe one day I wouldn't see like a guy wearing boots and a hat that's super bent, as you were saying, cone.
It's the cone hat. Okay, go on, please.
Go ahead. But I was just thinking maybe one day I won't see that. Every time I'm in Walmart, I see like a redneck wearing something like that.
Two things.
Every time.
Remind me about the hat.
Okay, cool.
Walmart is the place that people go and they think that they're better than everyone else in the Walmart.
Yes.
So they expect to see a certain type of people at Walmart.
Yeah.
And they automatically think, well, I'm just here for some celery and a bag of chips, so that's not me. I'm not a Walmart shopper, but these people.
Ugh.
And you can tell when they're in there just like...
The disgust.
But they're one of them.
They are.
They're in there.
And I mean, I'm one of them too. But
I mean, I am too, dude. I'll go in there wearing freaking my $10 Chucks, bro. I don't even know what that is.
Neither do I, but I agree.
I love Walmart, dude. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to spend an exorbitant amount of money on grass-fed grass.
No grass shots in your grass shot.
That's the food my food eats, But, dude, that's one thing. The people in Walmart, I feel like each of them have their own little individual ego because they feel like they don't belong to that little subgroup, but they are that subgroup.
Yeah, that's true.
Other thing with hats.
Back to hats.
Flat bill's fine.
It is.
A hat, the purpose of a hat is to block sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a flat bill and you take the surface area, like directional surface area, and then you curve it, you're losing surface area.
You are reducing
the point of the hat is more surface area to block the sun.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't get the whole hating on flat bills thing, man.
I don't either.
It's actually better. It blocks more sun.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting my peripherals blocked.
Oof.
By a piece of cardboard with a fish hook on it, man. That's not good, man.
No, it's not.
To have something like this in front of your eyes like this. And then you can only see through your cone.
Yeah, your ocular stems are just thrown way off. Thrown way out of proportion.
It's not tactical.
No, it's not. It's not practical.
It's not cool.
No. Yeah, I mean,
so
I don't even like the look of the bent hat with like the cowboy boots or the
Now, I'm okay with a slight curve.
That's okay.
I don't mind a slight curve because, a flat bill, what's annoying about it when you wear it to the front, see, I wear a hat mainly to